What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. So we got a Shiba Inu update, y'all. Take a look at this. We got some word from Lucy saying Shiba Inu might break out 1,000% in the next 3 days. Now, she put this was an affirmation, but let's see where it's stemming from. So Shiba Inu Exec predicts 1,000% gain surge as SHIB burn rate hits 4,833%. So first off, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you already haven't. Make sure you got that bell icon hit as well, so that way you get notified every time I drop a video. Now, right now, I got a Mother's Day bundle going on with my educational material. And this price is available to everybody on the channel, but I will be throwing in something special for the mothers rocking with the DD Nation. So email me, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com, if you'd like to take advantage of my bundle discount with all my educational products and courses. Tap in right now, that way you can find out what's in it, what you receive, etc. So Shiba Inu price prediction enthusiasts are watching closely right now as the SHIB burn rate has surged an astonishing 4,833%, while at the same time a key executive also forecast a dramatic price increase. The popular meme token's recent whale activity and, in addition, the technical indicators seem to suggest a potential breakout for 2025, which has been reviving interest in Shiba Inu price prediction discussions across various crypto communities. Okay, let's see. Lucy, a prominent Shiba Inu team member, stated, "SHIB's about to do 1,000% in 3 days. I've already told my snacks, my cat, and my boss. If it moons, I'm emotionally unavailable for anything but victory laps and happy barking." So here's that tweet from Lucy. Shout out to Lucy, still holding it down, keeping the SHIB army motivated. And take a look at this. SHIB burn rate up 4,833%. Will whale moves spark a 2024 price breakout? So obviously they meant 2025. And speaking of 2025, we got Bitcoin 2025 taking place this month here in Las Vegas. If you are a crypto project, crypto team, CEO, etc., a part of anything crypto business related, and you would like to have representation at Bitcoin 2025, DM me on X, Twitter at DecemberDeMarco, or send me an email via Gmail, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com, so that way we can set up how you can become a sponsor for this trip that I'm looking to take to Bitcoin 2025. Let's get your project in front of a lot of people. Let's get behind the scenes, meet some celebrities, talk about your project, the utilities that it may have, etc. Man, this is a fun thing. If y'all seen the last conference, like I said, that we went to, we got to meet a couple multi-platinum selling artists. We got to talk about the crypto project I was representing to those artists. We got to do a lot of behind the scenes things, networking with different people, making connections for the project as well. So tap in with me. So the extraordinary 4,833% spike in Shiba Inu's burn rate has, as of today, ignited fresh Shiba Inu price prediction analysis among traders and investors. According to the latest SHIB burn data, approximately 18.8 billion SHIB tokens were permanently removed from circulation in just 24 hours, which is significantly reducing supply and potentially, as a result, setting the stage for SHIB's breakout in the 2025 scenarios that many have been anticipating. So whale activity signals possible bull run. Take a look here. So you can see large holder net flow in this graph that we have here. And you can see as of May 5th, it has been really shooting up as more whales have been accumulating more and more SHIB. So we're seeing purchases of over 3 trillion SHIB token. So recent, and that lets you know whales are serious about what's to take place. Now, I hope that some of y'all were accumulating during those low positions we seen when she was down in the 11s, 12s, even the 13s. You want to accumulate when the price is down. You don't want to be fearful. Think about it. How many of us really expect Shiba Inu to ever add back that fifth zero? Even if it does, it might be so brief because there's so many solid Shiba Inu investors that know that is a discount and that have purchased at higher levels that they're going to want to buy at that level to bring their average cost down. So we know that if we see discounts in the market like that, it's still very smart to take advantage of those discounts. So let's see. Recent Shiba Inu whale activity shows that large holders are increasing their positions dramatically, and at the time of writing, Into the Block is reporting a rather impressive 7-day change of 6,000% plus. This intense SHIB whale activity coincides with a massive 6.7 trillion SHIB transaction worth approximately 91.7 million, which could potentially be signaling the beginning of a SHIB bull run signal that various analysts have been anticipating for some time now. So think about that, y'all. Somebody just bought almost $100 million worth of Shiba Inu. Also, you've seen a lot of talks taking place about Shiba Inu ETFs. Man, some exciting things are in the works. So let's see. Technical indicators support bullish Shiba Inu price prediction. So let's see. Shiba Inu exchange reserve, all exchanges. SHIB breakout 2025 potential is further reinforced by the declining exchange reserves, which have, as of yesterday, reached around 88.3 trillion SHIB, a multi-year low. In fact, this particular metric typically precedes price appreciation as fewer tokens remain available for immediate selling on exchanges. So what this lets us know, we've seen Shiba Inu, the amount of tokens held on exchanges go from a little under 200 trillion tokens all the way down to just 88 trillion tokens. What that tells us is more and more investors are using self-storage, self-custody to hold their own crypto versus leaving it on the exchange. And when they hold their own crypto, it's less likely that it is to be sold quickly. So when it's on an exchange, people can easily just press the sell button of whichever asset it is. If they want to sell Shiba Inu on an exchange like Coinbase, etc., you just click sell, and now you can sell your Shiba Inu. If it's, it's generally more steps to it if it's, actually in a ledger or one of your cold wallets. So SHIB breakout 2025. Okay, so we've seen that. So trading expert Michael Van de Pop commented, the technical setup for SHIB looks promising. We're seeing higher lows being formed, decreasing selling pressure, and key resistance levels being tested. Those three things are very important because higher lows on the chart gives us something to visually identify as, okay, we can see higher lows. We can see that there's less selling pressure, because if there was more selling pressure, we would be getting lower lows. We would be getting one low, and then the low after that would be even lower, and then the low after that would be even lower. So with higher lows, it means we have a low point, we shoot up, and then once we pull back to retrace, the new retracement low is still higher than the previous low where we began that breakout. And then we continue to do that again, another breakout, and then we retrace again with another higher low. So it's kind of staircasing this way up. That is a healthy run up. That's what we want to see. And then key resistance levels being tested along that way, because if we're making higher lows as we break out, we're testing these different resistance points before we retrace. And even as we retrace, we begin to break up. We begin to move up higher and higher towards those resistance points. So this is a really, really good sign right here, y'all. Don't be caught on the end of people who wait for the big movement to happen and then they're rushing to go, load up on SHIB. This is still a good buying zone if you ask me. So 2025 bull run signals strengthen. The convergence of reduced supply through burning and also the increased Shiba Inu whale activity plus the supportive technical patterns create multiple Shiba Inu bull run signals currently. The community's active development on Shibarium Layer 2 provides some fundamental support that could in turn validate positive Shiba Inu price prediction models extending into 2025 and possibly beyond. So crypto researchers, so let me just show y'all here what they're saying about those higher lows. So if you look at this chart right here, you follow my mouse. I'm not sure if it's showing my mouse. But at this OKX SHIB/USDT liquidation heat map 24 hours, you can look at the chart. Look towards the right side of the screen. Notice we got this low point here around 1,300 points per coin. We move up, we retrace a little higher, we move up again to this area here, retrace a little higher for a higher low. We break out to this area here, retrace again for a higher low, break out at this area here, 13.5, and then we retrace right under that 13.5 level, creating yet another higher low. So crypto researcher Jane Murphy stated, what we're witnessing now could be the early stages of the next major cycle for SHIB. The convergence of reduced supply, increased whale activity, and supportive technical patterns suggests 2025 could mark a significant turning point. So take a look here. You see this convergence right here. You see us bottoming out. You see us finding a floor. As we hit those floor areas and we begin to break up from them, we retest the floor area again and break up and start to find support. That tells us that we might have found a bottom in that area. It's not saying that if some major news catalyst happens, that's bad news. it can't push the price further down. But for right now, what we're seeing, it's a really good sign. We broke outside of this convergence. Usually once you break out of that downtrend, you start to consolidate in a sideways area before price begins to rebound. While Lucy's 1000% gain prediction might seem somewhat ambitious to many investors, the SHIB burn rate surge combined with the intensifying whale accumulation suggests that Shiba Inu's market position has strengthened considerably in recent weeks, thus making more optimistic Shiba Inu price prediction scenarios increasingly plausible for the remainder of 2024 and into 2025 as well. So let's jump over and take a look at SHIB on the chart. Okay, so right now we're sitting around 1,500 points per coin. We almost broke into that 1,600 points per coin before seeing some resistance right there, seeing some sell-off, but we are still holding nicely. If you see this candle before the last candle that we're in right now, you can tell there's a lot of confidence in this candle. There's a big move to the upside, and which that is a really good sign when we see smaller doji candles to the left of it, because that means there was a lot of confidence going to the upside. That means it's unlikely to just pull back below this area because a lot of money came in at once around this level. Now, of course, different catalysts and different bad information can push the price back down. But for right now, using this as confirmation along with other confirmations is a really good sign. So, let's just see. See where Lucy is saying that 1,000% will take us to. So approximately, rough estimate, could have been a little further down because the price was around 1,400 points per coin when Lucy mentioned that. But let me at least get it on the chart. Okay, so around, it looks like Lucy is expecting around a, so 0.0003016. That would be very, very interesting to see. Let me show y'all where we are. This is where Lucy is expecting us to break out. Now, y'all know me. I've been saying for a while we should have been beyond SHIB's all-time high. We should have, you know, if the market would have continued going the way it could have, without, you know, all the negative influence, we should have been deleted that fourth zero by now. I could agree with that. And I would even say we could have been around, you know, 1,500 points per coin, or, you know, that 3 zeros and a 15. So what would that be? 15,000 points per coin. So yeah, 0.00015. So very, very interesting, y'all. Let me know what you think about this. You know, I'm still very bullish on SHIB, still very excited. We still have a very strong community. Crypto is still very early. We still have a lot of adoption taking place. You know, Bitcoin 2025 right around the corner. More regulation. You know, we're having meetings with the SEC about, you know, different things, different crypto products, you know, being regulated and more widely accepted by institutional investors. So, you know, we're still in the very, very early days of crypto and Shiba Inu. So I'm excited. Hope y'all are still excited. Smash that like button. Share the video. Let everybody know we are still bullish on SHIB 2025 going into 2026. And that's all we got for this one. Again, if you're interested in my Mother's Day education bundle, tap in for me to get that discount. Also, remember, it's not just for mothers. It's for everybody on the channel. It's just, you know, a discount for Mother's Day. And mothers will actually get something a little special included on top of the bundle. So that's all we got for this. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are